In the deserts of southern Peru lies one of the strangest landscapes ever created by humans. They are called the Nazca lines. From the ground, many of them look like shallow paths. But from above, they become enormous animals, human-like figures, spirals, triangles, and perfectly straight lines stretching for kilometers. The Nazca lines were mainly created between around 500 BC and AD 500 by ancient societies living along Peru's southern coast. They were made by removing the dark stones on the desert surface and exposing the lighter soil underneath. Because the area is so dry, many of the designs survived for nearly 2,000 years. For centuries, people could see parts of the lines without understanding their true scale. Then, in the 20th century, aerial surveys revealed just how enormous and complex they really were. Archaeological evidence shows they were deliberately made by humans. But that creates another mystery. How did ancient people plan such huge designs without being able to see them from high above? Some of the most famous figures include a hummingbird, spider, monkey, condor, and whale. There is also a strange human-like figure, often called the astronaut, with a large rounded head and one arm raised. Across the desert are also enormous trapezoids and long straight lines. So why were they created? Archaeologists suggest they may have been connected to rituals, sacred pathways, astronomy, or water. But one question remains: why create images that make the most sense from the sky? And strangely, giant patterns still appear today. Across places such as England, Europe, North America, and Asia, complex formations known as crop circles have appeared in fields. Some are simple. Others contain huge spirals, rings, and mathematical-looking patterns hundreds of meters wide. Many crop circles have been proven to be human-made. But some formations seem to appear remarkably quickly, sometimes overnight, which has encouraged much more unusual explanations. One possibility proposed by enthusiasts is that they could be created by an unknown craft. The idea is that such a craft might not travel through space in the normal way. Instead, it could move through a different dimension, appearing over a field for only a short time, creating a pattern, and then disappearing again. If something could enter and leave our space that quickly, it might explain why nobody sees it arriving or departing. There is currently no scientific evidence that crop circles are made this way. But the idea remains popular because of how suddenly some patterns appear. And that brings us back to Nazca. Thousands of years ago, people created giant symbols across the desert. Today, giant geometric patterns still appear across fields. Are they simply two very different forms of human creativity? Or were both inspired by the same ancient idea, that some messages were never meant to be seen from the ground? Perhaps the real mystery of the Nazca lines is not how they were made. It is who they believed was watching from above.